That is incredible.
That's pretty good. Hello and welcome to another video. Recently I bought a few little things from TEMU. Some of them are silly, some of them might actually be cool. But yeah, I thought in this video I'll go through them, I'll show you what I got, and we'll see if they're any good. We'll start with the cheapest thing and we'll work our way up to the most expensive thing I got, and we'll go from there. All right, so the first thing we got is this pack of 4 camera leveler. So basically it's a level that you pop in your cold shoe or hot shoe, and it will tell you if your camera's level. Now these are pretty handy because a lot of older cameras or cheaper cameras don't actually have a level built in. So I just thought I'd grab these. I don't really need them, but my father-in-law does have a Canon 1500D where it doesn't have a level built in. He's also got a 400D that's quite a few years old, and that doesn't have a level built in either. So if you can just chuck this in his cold shoe, he'll be able to see if he's level. But let's check these out closer and see if they are actually level. We'll compare them to the level inside the camera and see if they're somewhat accurate. And these were only about $2.20, that's Australian dollars, for a pack of 4, so not too bad. All right, so we'll slide this in the cold shoe. Oh, it's kind of like a weird rubber. That's cool though. All right, let's try and level this. And we'll see if it's accurate to what is showing on the screen. I'll do the screen first because that's way easier in my opinion. That's level. Not sure if you can see that, the green line, it's all lit up green, meaning we're level horizontally and vertically. And the bubble, surprisingly, is pretty much right in the middle, so that worked. Next on the list, and this one's a little bit of a silly one, it's an umbrella for your camera. Just like that. So it goes in your cold shoe or hot shoe, and it's supposed to protect your camera from rain, but I mean, if it's raining, you're gonna end up getting wet. The rain's gonna come in sideways and get the camera anyway. But I thought it's probably better for actually like the sun and maybe covering your lens from being flared. I don't know, I just thought it was cool, but we'll chuck this on the camera and see what it looks like. And yeah, this was more of a fun one. And this was around $4 Australian. All right, so it's time to put this umbrella on. So slide that in the cold shoe. There is a thumb screw. The workmanship on this umbrella isn't the best. There's like threads showing. Like it looks like it's supposed to go tighter, but it can't, and it's sitting on a bit of a weird angle. So that's that. Like I said, this was a bit more of a joke, but like see how it's bent? I don't really want to try and bend it while it's in my cold shoe because I might break something, but yeah, if it's raining, I mean, my lens is still sticking out past the umbrella. I guess it depends on the camera. But yeah, if it was raining, you had a smaller camera or a bigger umbrella, this could potentially work, but I know usually when it rains, it's coming in sideways and things like that. So if your camera isn't made to be used when it's raining, then I wouldn't just trust this. But again, maybe like a little sunshade for some cameras. If the lens is a bit shorter, it could shade a bit of the glare from the sun. But yeah, it's just a silly gimmick, this one, but it might be useful for some people, but definitely not for me. All right, next up on the list, this is like a shoulder strap. And the reason I bought this is because I have a tripod that I carry around with me. I have one in my backpack for my photography camera, but for the video camera or the camera I use to shoot my videos, I usually just carry the tripod in my hand with the camera and everything on it. It does get a little bit annoying not being able to be hands-free, so I got this. And the point of this is to strap it to one end of the tripod and the other, and for me to be able to just chuck it over my shoulders and carry it that way instead of having to carry it in my hand the whole time. And this one here was about $7.50 Australian dollars once again. So let's give this a go and see if it actually works for the reasons I bought it. All right, so this is that strap I was talking about. It was supposed to be used on the tripod of the camera that is actually filming me now, but I can use it on my other one, hopefully. I'm not gonna set it up perfectly, but it comes with these clips and you can tighten them up. So if I was to say, grab this one here maybe, wrap them around. I'll do this properly because I wouldn't want my camera to fall. But you can see that's strapped on there pretty well. I'll just lay this down, close the tripod. Like I said, I'd do this properly and I'd make sure that these couldn't slip anywhere because the last thing you want is your camera and tripod flying out. But this is just as a little test. I wonder if these can loosen. It seems a bit tight. Sorry if you can't really see me. I'm just trying to balance all this out. I mean, this camera's a bit heavy, but yeah, it'd be something like that. It seems to work pretty well. I'd actually play around with these buckles a little bit, make sure it's safe, because I don't really trust it at the moment. If this slips, it's just gonna fall straight through. So I'd make sure it was tied around something. The tripod filming me is a lot better. It's got some clips and things on it that I reckon this would work with, which is why I bought it. Yeah, I think this will work out. It doesn't have to be for tripods, it can just be for your camera in general, backpacks, things like that. Just a little accessory strap, nothing crazy. All right, next up on the list is this cleaning kit. So it comes with a whole bunch of different cleaning accessories for your camera. I think it's got a blower, wipes, all that type of thing, but we'll open this up and we'll have a bit of a closer look. And this one was about $11.50 Australian. So not too bad for what I think comes with it, but let's open it up and we'll give it a try. All right, and now for this cleaning kit, I've not looked in this, so I do not know what it comes with apart from what it said on TEMU, and I don't even remember. But a couple of brushes here. These just look like kind of like makeup brushes, but pretty cool nonetheless. That's just a normal brush. I think this one here is like a lens pen. This is exactly what I have. Well, this is like a copy of it. I have a lens pen. This one, a little brush comes out, and on the back side there should be kind of like a lens cleaner. That's like a felt kind of material. Yep. Exactly the same, but a lot lesser quality. I have an official, like whatever you call the official brand lens pen. That works really well, and this is very similar. Like, it's good for a cheap one, but you can tell it's definitely cheaper. That's that. You also get this, which I assume is the blower. I think there might be another part. No, maybe not. That's the blower, so when you remove your lenses or whatever, you can give them a blow out your sensor, blow out your lenses and things like that. Decent amount of air pressure, so I think that's pretty good. Lens cleaning tissue. Oh, that's cool. Comes in like a little notepad of lens cleaning tissues. That's actually awesome. I like that. They feel, just want to feel if they're, yeah, they're not the softest thing in the world, but they'll probably get you out of a pinch. I like that. You also get a whole bunch of cotton buds. I have a bunch of these at home anyway, obviously. Cleaning wipes, so you've got the wet and dry. Those are cool too. Pretty standard by the looks of it. And you get a lens cleaning cloth. See, I'd prefer to use this than those ones in the notepad thing. They seemed a little bit harsh, like they might scratch if you had a bit of dirt or something, so that's gonna be a lot better. It's a lot softer. And there's something else in here. Bit of a lucky dip. Okay, just a little empty vial where you can put something in, maybe a lens cleaner, and you can spray that out. There's nothing in there, that's just obviously for you to fill up if you have your own lens cleaning solution. Would have been cool if that actually had something in it, but not for the price, I guess. All right, that's empty. We've got one last thing here. I don't know what this is. Okay, so this one here is another little brush. It's kind of cool. Just put this on here like a lid. I don't know why it does that, but then you do that. A little brush pops out. I guess it's good because it keeps the brush from getting dirty when it's in here. But I do much prefer the lens pen because the brush is still hidden. It's one piece, like one device to use, as opposed to getting this brush and this brush. I don't know quite why you get two. It's probably just they just keep chucking stuff in to make it look like you're getting a better deal. But this thing's actually really good. Like I said, I have the official lens pen and I use it all the time. So I brush my lens, then I use the other side to give it a good cleaning. But yeah, not too bad of a kit. Comes with a lot of things that as a beginner maybe, basically everything you need to clean your lenses and stuff. So if you're starting out, really good kit to get a hold of. Now, next thing on the list, this was $15.90 Australian dollars once again, and it's this little camera backpack, which I actually didn't look too much into it. I didn't like look at the dimensions or the size. I just grabbed it because I was doing this video. But it is small, but it's actually cool. It's like a really good daily travel bag. I'll show you a close-up in a second, but yeah, $15.90 seems like it's decent quality, but I'll show you a close-up of that right now. All right, now let's get a closer look of this backpack, which I thought was pretty cool. So you got a little thing here, good for a drink holder, maybe even a little tripod. It's not gonna fit a massive tripod on it, but that's pretty cool. Straps, some bit of padding there, nothing crazy. It's definitely a cheap bag, but for the price, I think it's pretty good. Nice holding handle here or a hook. And again, on this side, same thing. You've got a little netted pocket that's a bit stretchy, and this as well. So again, you could put a small tripod in there. That's about it for the outside. But once you unzip the front and open it up, let's look at this side first. We've got a couple of netted pockets, just like that. The zips seem decent quality, like pretty average, but as in pretty normal. Nothing over the top, nothing fantastic. I just have to, I think that's how they come, sorry. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, a couple of netted pockets at the top, and then you got a full camera organizer right here in the bottom, which I think is pretty good. It's really nice and padded. Velcro, just like most camera cases, and yeah, I think this is pretty good. Obviously not for a whole bunch of gear, but even so, I reckon I could fit my camera and 2 or 3 lenses in here and possibly even more. So yeah, I mean, I like this for the price. It's not the most expensive looking backpack or the most quality backpack in the world, but for the price, this is pretty cool. Like I said, it'll make a good all day, everyday shooting bag where you just carry a few little things. I'll probably give this to someone because I love the backpack that I have, although I pack it with way too much stuff, so it gets kind of heavy. But this is really good, as I said, for just a quick bag where you can fit quite a lot of stuff in there. Obviously, you can't fit any clothes or anything else in here, but it's good for your, you know, lens filters maybe up here, cleaning stuff up there. Yeah, I really like it. And actually, now that I'm quite happy with this bag, I might actually put links in the description to TEMU to all this stuff. As I said, this video is not sponsored at all, but some of you might like this stuff and want to buy it. So that's a backpack, which I think is pretty good. Next up, we have this filter here. It's supposed to make things 4 times bigger. So it's almost like, it almost converts your lens into a macro lens. Obviously it depends on the lens you're originally using, but it'll give you 4 times close up. I'm really interested to see how this works, whether it's any good and whether it's blurry, whether that camera is able to focus and things like that. I think this was about $22.50. Let me just double check that. Yeah, $22.48. And yeah, looking forward to testing this one. So let's do that now. All right, this is the close-up filter here. Oh wow, it actually does work. Is my eye bigger? Can't see. So yeah, you order this with the size of your lens thread. So this, I believe, is 72mm. So let's see if they got that right. And looks like they did. 67mm, sorry. That's the, there we go, that's on there. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna walk around taking some photos and I'll just pop them up on the screen and then I'll tell you what I think about this one. Oh my God. That is incredible. That's pretty good. I'm gonna take it off just to see how close I can get without it because I can't remember with this lens. All right, what I'm gonna do is get as close as I can with this lens before it won't focus anymore on that leaf there, that's about there. And we'll put this on. Oh yeah. Oops, missed focus on that one. All right, yeah, that definitely works. That's cool. So I'm gonna take a couple more photos, but I'd probably recommend this one. This is awesome. I've got macro tubes that stick your lens, that sit behind your lens that actually turn lens into a macro lens, but this might actually be better. The colors and everything look really nice, but find something else, take a couple more photos and see if this thing really works. All right, let's see. I hope you like my slippers, by the way. All right, yeah, this focus is pretty close. Wow. I'm literally, I think, I can't remember what the closest focus distance is with this lens, but it's usually, I have to be somewhere here for it to focus maybe even further, but I'm able to get very close. Wow. I mean, one thing to remember when you're shooting things this close like macro is that the depth of field isn't that good. So although the photos I put up may look like they're blurry and not much is in focus, that's the reason why, just because it's macro. What I can do is close my aperture down a little bit. If I was doing this properly, I'd probably put a flash on. But I'm gonna close my aperture down. Yeah, I'm gonna close my aperture down a little bit just to get more in focus. Go f11. And I bump the ISO for this. Well, let's see how much we can get in focus here. Wow, it's pretty good. All right, well, that's all I'm gonna do with this for now for this video, but big thumbs up. This is actually really cool. I think it works better than my macro tubes, to be honest. And yeah, I like it. And the last thing I got is this thing right here. It's like a mini Pancake lens. Basically, it's almost just like the cap you put on your camera, the body cap without your lens, and it's got a little hole in it, so it's a pinhole camera. From what I've read, it's equivalent to about an f11 aperture, and anything 1.5 meters and in front should be in focus. And this should give us like, kind of like a cool film look, almost like a low resolution film look. Yeah, it should be cool. I've seen people make these out of old disposable cameras. They actually pull the lens out of them, and then I think they glue them into their body cap, or they get a spare body cap and glue them in, something like that. But I thought this one would be really interesting to try, so I grabbed this one as well. This one, price-wise, was $28.99. So it's the most expensive thing I got out of everything here, which I don't know if that's crazy or not, but yeah, $28.99 Australian dollars. Let's see how this one works. All right, so this is the little pinhole camera. There you go. So basically it just looks like a lens, or sorry, a camera body cap with a little lens in it. I know you can just get a body cap and drill a hole. I'm pretty certain that works. This one's a little bit scary because I have to actually put it over the sensor of my camera. Hopefully it fits. This is an E-mount one. Obviously you buy the right mount type for your camera. All right, that locked on. That's what it looks like. Very light actually. This would be a cool package for street photography if it works. The other thing you need to make sure if you have the setting is to allow the shutter to release while there's no lens on, because right now the camera doesn't know there's a lens on it because there's no, like on a usual lens, a camera like this, you have little pins that give the camera some information about the lens, whereas this doesn't have any. So if you don't have that setting enabled, the camera won't fire, but I've set it so that the camera will fire even if there's no lens on it, which is what this situation's for. So let's see what we can get with this. Obviously we're not going to be able to change the aperture because it's fixed, and they said it's somewhere around f11, I believe. And yeah, all we're going to be able to do is shutter speed and ISO. So I'll take a few photos and see how it works. And obviously there is no autofocus either, so it's all manual. But as I said earlier, anything like a meter, it's too bright out here. Anything like a meter or 1.5 meters and in front should be in focus with this lens. So I don't know what to take photos of. There's nothing really exciting out here. I was planning to go out and use it, but I probably won't. But let's see what I can get. Let's shoot something over here. Let's leave you guys there. It's so weird not being able to control the aperture and also not having focus. It's just basically fixed focus. But let's see how this looks. Oh, it's overexposed. There we go. There we go. I'm like half holding the shutter expecting it to focus and it's not, but it's so light. I love it. It's kind of cool. All right, I'll take a couple more photos. I'll put them up on the screen, but basically, yeah, this is supposed to give you kind of like a retro look. And yeah, it's really cool. I'd actually recommend it if you're doing some street stuff and you just want a really light package. This is awesome. I like it. Yeah. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this one. A lot of people I've heard buying things off TEMU have been pretty happy. My partner buys things all the time and she reckons that they're really good quality. So I've bought a few things, not so much photography related. I do have some videos coming up soon of some more items off TEMU. But so far, I'm actually pretty impressed for the price. Some things aren't really that cheap, but I think people get caught up in the fact that they're on TEMU, so they think that something's cheap. But if they looked around, they'd probably find it cheaper, not on TEMU. But yeah, I've been really happy. This video is not sponsored or anything, by the way, but their shipping was fast. If their shipping is late, so it doesn't come on the day they say it will, you'll get like a $5 coupon or $5 off refund, something like that. But this all came really quickly. I think it came on time, if not earlier. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with the stuff that I got. Like I said, price-wise, not too bad. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this one and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.